Hi, Hayley. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you, Lisa?
I'm good. You look stunning, stunning. I love your hair
Thank you.
and your background.
You too. Thank you so much.
I'm so
Thank you so
excited
much.
to chat to you today. So every month with Fluence, we have movers and shakers in the digital industry, and we are excited to be chatting to you because we really think you're a phenomenal woman that does it
Thank you.
all. And I really
Thanks.
think that our influencers and our followers would draw a lot of inspiration from you. So thank you so much for spending time with us today.
It's an absolute pleasure. I'm really happy to be here.
So, Hayley, tell us about yourself. Who's Hayley? What does she do? What are you all about?
So I am a mom of two, which is probably the biggest job of them all.
Yeah.
Um, I work full time in the financial services industry. That's my day job, but I've been working from home for the past, year and a half. I've lost
Yeah.
track. And then I also manage my own blog and social media platforms. And then I recently also just launched my own candle making business. That's my most recent project out of all of them.
That is so, so exciting. This is what I mean that you do it all, you know? How do you balance it all?
I often get asked this question, and my general answer is always, I just do. But the thing is, I've realized if you really love something and you're passionate about it,
Yeah.
then you'll make the time, I think.
Yeah.
So I love my day job. I love my kids. I love my blog. I love all of those things. The biggest task is obviously just managing time during each week to have some attention on each of those things.
Yeah.
For me now, that's one of the reasons I actually started my candle making, because it's such just a release. I put my earphones in, I listen to my favorite playlist, and I can do it at any time of the day. It's just that's just what I needed to balance all of the hectic stuff that goes with all my other jobs.
I agree with you. It's all about balance and, most importantly, integrating each department or work together. Speaking about, your candle business, what made you start the business and what inspires you to create these beautiful candles?
I started doing or started learning how to make candles. It was mid last year, in the pandemic where everybody was just at home, working from home, schooling from home, everything was just in our home. I just needed an outlet, just to have something to calm me down. And I started doing some research on candles because I've spent so much money on candles all my life, like thousands of rands.
Yeah.
I thought, why can't I just make my own? And that's how it started. And I went to a candle making workshop where I actually learned, physically, actually one-on-one training to make a candle from start to finish. And then I also particularly like the scent part of it.
Yeah.
Finding the scent that's perfect for you and finding the perfect scent for somebody else. And it was also weird because I was also just reading a lot during lockdown. And one of the books that I actually just started reading while I was doing all this was The Scent Keeper.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you've read it, but it's all about scents and the memories that scents have. It was just meant to be at the time. And it just started from there as making it for myself, then as gifts. And then I started sharing about it on my social media, and then people started asking me, hey, are you selling it? Or, hey, I'm having a wedding, would you give me a quote on favors? So I thought, there's definitely a market for it. And now with load shedding, I kid you not, people want candles.
I know. I know. Like, I am obsessed with candles, especially scented candles. And I buy candles all the time. Like, every corner of the house has a candle. And with lockdown, I've been using all my candles, but they're so expensive. This is what it means to be living in South Africa. Like, candle living is normal now.
Exactly.
So,
But that's exactly why I chose soy candles specifically, because they burn longer and they also double up as massage candles.
oh,
So when the lights go out at 8 now, I basically just light the candle, take a shower, do my face routine, and literally just give myself a hand massage, a foot massage. It just makes the load shedding
much
feeling,
more
especially when you
romantic.
have especially when you have that 8 to 10 p.m. slot at night.
Yeah.
You have to find exciting ways to to get through.
Yeah, true. That is so, so true. And we love products that have dual purposes, because you find that your money is worth it, you know? So speaking about your candles, how can one get a hold of them? Because I want to purchase. So how can one purchase your candles?
So at the moment, I've just been taking orders via my blog and my social media platforms. But in a couple of weeks' time, I hope to link the shop to my blog. So you can actually go online and order. That's my goal. I'm also looking at just upping my branding game in terms of labeling. So this is what it currently looks like.
Oh, wow.
I have love and I've got joy. That's the one that I first started, which people really love, especially over Christmas time.
Yeah.
So in the next couple of weeks, I want to make it more official, so it's easier for people just to shop on my blog. So when they visit my blog, it will be, easy to find. At the moment, my DMs are quite messy with orders and emails and stuff. So I think that's part of the learning.
We all start somewhere. And
exactly.
I think with lockdown, everyone tapped into their skills and purposes, and now we had to adapt and be innovative. And I'm so proud to have this conversation with you, because you had an idea, you invested in it, and now it's like, a business for you, and you've become an entrepreneur. And like, I really think that more than anything, in this life that we are living in, it's important to have multiple streams of income. So kudos to you, and
thank you, Lisa.
Well done. I just want to know, from a branding point of view, what has social media done for you? Because I think social media is like one of the most amazing tools, digital platforms to advertise, and it's free, except for data. But what has it done for your business?
Sure. I mean, it's been so almost seamless and easy for me, because I think my candle business is basically an extension of my brand that I already have with my blog. So when I said I'm making candles and selling them, some of the people that have been following me for the last few years immediately said they wanted to buy it without even knowing what scent it was or the process. So it made that launch quite easy for me, because I already sort of had a brand out there, which is great. And I mean, and I see it a lot now with personalities and influencers where they launch a product and it's just so natural and fitting, and I support them. You want
because it's true to themselves.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that is one of, like, I always say when someone says, how do I make it on social media, or how can I create a business on social media? And I'm like, you need to take what you're passionate about and what you love and what you genuinely believe in, and make that into a business, because that's what sells,
I agree.
For those that are in a 9-to-5, that are also content creators, bloggers, but also want to start up a business, what would your advice be to them?
It's such an interesting question. As I mentioned, my day job is in the financial services industry.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks ago, I attended a presentation where it was about managing your finances during the pandemic. I mean, most people with 9 to 5s now never got increases or good increases in a while, never got bonuses. So, your usual salary now needs to cover everything, where your spouse could have also lost their job, your partner got a cut in salary. You need to make your money work for you. So I was expecting tools like, sharing different investments on how to save your money or cut back on your dividends, for example, things like that. But it wasn't. It was about finding additional streams of income, because that's the only way you can actually save. And there's always emergency expenses, so you need another income basically to supplement those kinds of things. So they gave quite good examples of side hustles that can work and not interfere with your day job. So you need to find what you love to do and what would come naturally to you. So exactly what you said, Lisa. But then also, when are you going to do it? Are you going to do it over the weekend? Are you going to do it every evening? Who's going to look after your kids when you're busy doing this? And they gave some examples like, social media influencer, copywriting, making something and selling something at markets over the weekends. There was a few examples. So it just shows that's where things are going to the future. You can't just expect to have one job and you've made it.
Exactly. We live in a generation where we are gig economists, where we literally jump from one gig to the other gig. But all these gigs, they are a source of income, and I think it's important, especially now, to have multiple streams of income, especially with the pandemic, because I also work a 9 to 5, but till today, we have salary cuts, but I need to make money, elsewhere. And now I'm a social media influencer, etc. And you're right, I think it's not even about the money. It's about just upskilling yourself, making something out of yourself and reaching your highest form. So that is so interesting. So I'm really, really excited that we will be giving 2 of your candles to one of our lucky followers. And all they'll need to do is follow you and just comment below on this post what inspires them and what fuels their soul. And then we will choose a winner and they will receive 2 of your candles. So
Yay! That's so exciting. I hope they enjoyed it, and it's going to come in handy with load shedding.
Yes. Perfect prize.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hayley, for chatting to us. It was really, really exciting learning from you. And I'm definitely, after this call, calling you to order my candles.
Yay. I'm so glad.
Thank you so much, Hayley. Keep well.
Thanks, Lisa. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye, and keep the fire burning.
Bye.
Bye.